Azir, Azir, Azir. Hello and welcome to the Path of Least Resistance. I am Evershade. Today we're going to go over a run I did using Azir against the 5-star Viego adventure. For Relics we're using Crownguard Inheritance, Tempest Blade, and Arcane Comet. Not sure if Arcane Comet is right, but it did help in places, and I also don't know what I'd replace it with. Maybe Star Gem. Crownguard and Tempest, because we can level up sometimes multiple times, has the ability to give us rally more than once, although it won't always. It kind of depends on how your timings line up with Sun Disk, so sometimes you only get one level up. Still, it's usually pretty good anyway. I picked Viego because Lissandra was just kind of frustrating me. So here I thought about taking Early Bird. Just having an extra thing is good, and I reroll for Nature's Revenge, so we have saplings. The idea behind what we're doing here is going to be to level up basically as fast as possible, take advantage of the Crownguard and Tempest Blade effects, and then win the game that way. So you just want to make as many units as possible, so things like the Poro power that summons Poros is really good, and this is good, and the Gwen one that creates ghosts is also good. So I often avoid Viego because I hate this adventure, specifically Spiderling. As you can see, I can't block, and we're already taking 38 damage on round 2. So that just happens sometimes, and I don't know, it's bad. I probably should have blocked the Fearsome that I removed, but I'm not sure that I actually knew at that point that I removed the Fearsome from giving the -4. And so yeah, things just didn't go that well here. And I was kind of testing, if this build would work at all, and I try not to get frustrated when things happen, so this is just something that can happen in the Spiderling adventure where you get overwhelmed immediately and then you just kind of die and go again. And so we died, and we go again. This time, having experienced it the first time, I knew that I was going to have to try to be more defensive in like that early set, and also maybe get lucky and they don't summon quite as many of the Arachnoid Horrors. So the 5-cost spell, Sand something probably, I was kind of depending on to keep me alive here. And they did, like, even on block, this is less damage than I took last time. But we were able to make 2 Sand Soldiers and remove one of the Horrors, so we only took like 11 damage instead of 28 or whatever it was the first time. We also summoned extra Sand Soldiers because of the spell whose name I do not know. And on this attack, we also get to summon an extra Sand Soldier, so we should be fairly close to leveling up here. And so I dropped Dunekeeper, and I'm not checking how close I am to my level up. Then I finally do, and realize I can just, press a rise, and that solves all my problems. Once Vile Maw's out, you're kind of dead, so it was really nice that we were able to stun here. You can also try removing Fearsome before they attack to prevent the Vile Maw from showing up. But we got the double rally here, and easy win once that happens. Took Divine Clerk, I think. Did I take the Messenger? I think I took Divine Clerk. because I figured I could get it up to 3 power and get a little bit of lifesteal out of it. And I was torn between monkeys and Set, and I ended up taking Set because it had the Spirit Stone, so I could summon it more than one time. Also, Set with Power Riff meant that I could play him for less cost. Samira package probably would have been fine as well here. And then not attacking there until the bird comes down, you know, saved me at least 3 damage, so that was pretty good. Play Dune Keeper just for the blocker. And blocking like this means I can remove Cytherea later. I think I held there so that I could play the Attendant Accountant more than once, but I'm not sure that ends up happening anyway, so kinda doesn't matter. And then there I did check how long until I leveled. Attendant, Accountant, or Soothsayer would have been fine. Then, since we're stunning anyway, I killed one of the units that I could kill, rather than hitting the Ephemeral, which, you know, automatically dies anyway. And we also got the double level up here. And then we can challenge the new guy that they dropped, still have lethal. The one thing you'll notice is that I am basically exactly where I need to be on units created during attacks, and that wouldn't happen without the sapling. So yeah, that's the thing, for sure. I thought about bout security, but I went with the Ford Chief because of Shadow Totem. It's just an extra unit. So basically we're, like I said, trying to turbo, drop the Sun Disc, or at least level Azir, so that we're able to prevent damage and then win the game. Those two things seem to go hand in hand. I think if you started with armed Gearheads or Vanguard Lookout, I think either of those would also give you the same amount of units. Here, Ranger's Resolve kind of messed me up, and that was unfortunate. I thought about using single combat, but didn't really make sense. We also still had enough for shifting sands. And I use it early to get rid of the challenger so I can choose my block. And then they replace it with another challenger, but they don't attack, so it ended up being fine anyway. They only attacked with a couple units instead of everything. I'm not sure why I was saving Azir here. I'm sure there was a plan. Maybe I just wanted to drop him and then he would level rather than accidentally level him. But I honestly couldn't say. And single combat so you don't give the Dragon Fury. And we drop Azir to stun everything. I think I miscalculated though, because we only got 1 level up here instead of 2. Well, you still get the 2 levels up, but you only get the rally once, because it happened at the same time, so. And I did hold Crumbling Sands, or was happy that I drew it, I guess, to be able to use it. I think I'll hold it in a later fight. That one I just got lucky and it showed up. And also I'm not sure why Azir has double attack. I think it's from the Crumbling Sands. like Hextech Fabricator or two on that. But yeah, that gave me enough power to win. Otherwise, I think it would have been a little bit tricky. Take Steel Tempest because not taking damage is really good. Also has the Emperor's attack on it, so you could get one of those good cards. And I think I take Winter's Breath here. And I don't know if that's right or not. Little Buddies is amazing. That helps us get to our level up condition faster. And also with less randomness. I get rid of Voice of the Champion because I think it's the worst card. I think both the 3 and the 4 are pretty bad. Actually, so is the one that gives you Spell Shield, to be honest. Most of your cards are pretty bad. And we're dropping Dune Keeper just to get units on the board. Same with Bounty Poro. And obviously we don't want to move Fiora towards her level up, so we do not attack her. Stun Fiora so she doesn't level up. Block with everything else. Because we picked up Little Buddies, we will tend to have enough blockers. And I don't want to drop Azir there because they could have Cataclysm, so I wait until they're under 3 mana and then I drop. And this attack will... I thought they were going to block with Fiora, but they ended up blocking with the dragon instead, which is fine. Azir does level here, and again, unfortunately it hits the double level up. And we attack before they can Cataclysm. Should have left the Poro out. Would have gotten a little bit more damage that way. And a Falling Comet, Fiora. I don't know if that's correct. Could have saved sand power to get rid of one of these guys, which maybe that would have been better. And then we could have still done Falling Comet on Fiora next round. Golden Herald has elusive, so it's really good. Not sure why I'm attacking here. Maybe I was afraid of Cataclysm, or I don't know. I really have no idea. Give them something to remember me. Should have dropped Golden Herald and attacked is probably what would have been correct there. I can't do anything about this Cataclysm. I guess we have tag out. Feels kind of like a waste, but I guess it's fine. Does just make their guy bigger, and they attack me with it again anyway, so didn't really accomplish anything there. We do Shifting Sands, keep one of our units alive, then we have nice blocks. They're almost out of cards, so we're in a pretty good position. I also don't think they have a Cataclysm anymore because I used a couple of them already. They might have used all of them. I can't remember. I think they only used one, so they should have 2 more. And I finally dropped Golden Herald, which I should have done like 3 rounds ago. Do have Crumbling Sands here. And they let me choose how to block, so that's a big mistake on their part. With all that challenger, they should have done better. But it lets us get rid of their entire board. Check your deck, make sure you're not going to run out of cards. That can win the game. Double attack is really nice. And for a power, I think Stabilize is the best here. Gives extra units. Does make it harder to control your level up, but I think with a double attack we should be fine anyway. And here, I wanted the Smooth Soloist. I think it's harder to go through Evershade than it is to go through Battlesmith. I think there's more like fearsome and unblockable damage, although you could roll into Cythria into Battlesmith, so maybe they're about the same, not really sure. But I think, generally speaking, I think Evershade is more difficult, but I really wanted the Smooth Soloist.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
Didn't draw Azir, but still, you know, working towards the level up, you have a lot of time to get there. And I attack with the Forge Chief because it'll give me a spell mana back, and since they're at max life anyway, doesn't really make a difference.
Our fate, our future in one symbol.
Just trying to get as many units down as I can here. Idea is going to be to Frost Breath on round 4, and then hopefully by then everything is good enough.
I'm the boss. That's all there is to it.
Can't attack with Set into anything because the first time he dies, he'll not die instead. We also have Facebreaker, which is a really nice card. Here, I think it was a little risky to play an extra card, but maybe necessary. And then once they have a full board, we Frost Breath. They still put out an extra unit and kill our set. That's fine. It's better than taking like 50 damage. And we finally draw Azir. I attack first because when he drops, he's gonna level up. And I would be comfortable playing something as a passing move here. I think it makes sense. If they can put more things on the board, that's better. And I guess I just passed instead, which actually, maybe I wanted to take advantage of board space for Stabilize. That would make sense. Looking for the most damage, and I think this is it. Because we'll summon 2 Sandstone Chargers. And if we drop Set, he does lose his Stabilize, but at least it's a permanent unit on the board. We have Sandstorm, so we will play that, but we also know they have Evershade Stalker, so we wait for them to drop that. Here, I thought they were going to play it again because they had room for it, but they didn't. So, that was unfortunate. And I tag out Azir. We can replay him with Stabilize. But I don't end up doing that anyway. I remember having this thought when I did it too. Like, the reason I recalled him was to play him with Stabilize, and then I just didn't do it. So, not sure what I was thinking exactly.
No holds barred.
Attack and win the game. Took Winter's Breath here again. I don't know if that was correct, but whatever, it's fine. Here I took Perfection. Just being able to do 4 damage on units that don't normally do 4 damage is good. Also, when the Sand Soldiers hit, that extra damage they do will do 4 damage. So I figured it would amount to a lot of damage. Perfection is just generally really good. So, made sense to me. And here I re-rolled trying to get some power that would cost less than 300, but I didn't find one. I went with Swiftwing Flight because I think it's easier than the other side, and also there was a champion item chest at the end, so 2 reasons. So here they have a lot of birds, which is a bit scary. But at least we have Poros to eat up a lot of the damage. And we end up only taking 6. Actually kind of surprised I did that. I think it's correct, but I'm still surprised I did it. I feel like typical me would hold till the next round. Also should have attacked with the other one. There was literally no loss for doing that. Good quick attack. But normally I would have dropped Azir as a defensive maneuver instead of offensively. And weirdly, we have enough damage to win here. But we also had an extra rally anyway, so things really worked out. Take Facebreaker. Double stun is really good. Champion item chest. Spent a lot of time deciding between Phage and Black Cleaver. I thought maybe I could get like a little more out of Phage, but I don't know. Black Cleaver just makes so much sense. Double is better than +2 usually. And I heal. Should have purchased healing. I thought I was close enough that I would have hit max anyway. I miscalculated by 1. And that doesn't always matter, but it can. This is a pretty good hand. We have 2 units to start out. We have Frost Breath in hand. And we have a stun, so. And we have Azir, so everything I want. And we just attack with all the ephemerals and the elusive. Poro does 4 because of perfection. You could drop either Azir or Attendant Accountant here. You need something to block because there's just too much damage coming at you anyway. We're definitely going to steal Tempest, so we don't have... we're not saving any mana. Then just block as much as possible.
Need clearance, pal.
Not sure what I'm looking for, maybe a better wave. Viego does level there, which is Probably mostly fine. We're planning on winning right here anyway. But we do need a pass, just in case they have Vengeance. Or Dawning Shadow. Now that they've spent their mana, it's fine to drop Azir. We attack, this will summon an extra 2 Sand Soldiers, I think. Probably should have kept the Ephemeral Azir back. Attacking now, I think, wasted a potential like Sandstone Charger. Attack again, win the game. Challenger's really good. And that's the whole thing. I think there were some parts there that were lucky, like starting with Nature's Revenge. I think helped a lot to turbo boost the Sun Disk, and that level up is so important to actually surviving. Again, we didn't use Arcane Comet that much, so could be Guardian Angel, could be something else, maybe something that summons a unit. Like the Succubus brand, I think, has the ability to do that. Not sure. Could be Boundary Hunter's Renown. Could be Laurent Blade Rack. I think Azir's best setup, if you're using epics, is going to be like Chosen by the Stars and Double Star Gem. That seems to be working really well for him. But this was good enough to get through the Ruined King. It's a no epic relic build. Yeah, I think we only cast Arcane Comet on Fiora, like that one time. So, probably can be swapped out for sure. And that is all from me. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.